So hello guys, how you doing? As you can see, I'm on my way to work. Before I forget, Merry Christmas to all of my audience. Merry Christmas. How are you guys doing? Yeah, today I actually wanted to do a day in a life. So like I'll be loading you guys with chat work a lot. Like today I wanted the day in a life to be more of like chat work, so that at least I'll walk you guys through how I see the chart. You get my panoramic view on the chart and so on and so forth. So yeah, let me show you guys the view. Yeah, so as you can see, this is Dulce Allergy, like partially Dulce Allergy and Kubwa. Like this is what connects. On this other side, this is like Dulce Allergy, while this other side is Kubwa. So I think it's just the road that differentiates between Kubwa and Dulce Allergy. So yeah, see you guys at work.
You cry, I can believe that God didn't delete with me. Why did I trust it, man?
Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna be showing you guys my chart, like what I expect to get from the market. As you guys all know, like it's only two pairs I trade, Euro USD and JVP USD. So without further ado, let's jump into the chart. Yeah, so guys, this is EU, that is Euro USD. Okay, let me start from the weekly time frame, and I'll move down to the 1 minute to show you guys what I'm expecting. So weekly, so I'm coming. So this is the weekly time frame. What happened is that, as you can see, the market actually went off here, came, created this engineered this liquidity, and then took out this equal highs, and then began selling. And you can see there was a displacement here. On top of that, the market created this CB, which is sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So what happened was that, I think this was last 3 weeks. Yeah, last 2 weeks rather. What happened was, I actually predicted that it would I actually predicted that it would use this FVG, and then this FVG will serve as resistance to then push price down. And you can see price is already going down. So this week, what I'm actually expecting is for the weekly candle to turn out to take out this low here. I tagged as first weekly target and weekly target. So what I'm expecting before the displacement is for it to at least come to a particular, there's one particular PD area I mark here, and one liquidity I'm expecting it to take out. So although if it does not get back to the let me just go to daily time frame so that we'll see it now. So I'm actually expecting it to take out this as you can see, this BSL, that is buy side liquidity. I'm expecting it to take out this buy side liquidity and then reverse from this. There's one particular PD array I saw. I think it's an unwalk or undog there, but I've forgotten. So if it does not do that, maybe within the week, like Wednesday or Thursday, I might be looking for something else. So I'll be updating you guys here. So let me go to 15 minutes. So there's one thing I saw, I think from last week. I saw this equal highs, and then there was one level, one ndog, one unwog I saw, which is this. So guys, to remind you guys, like, this is an overlay, not an indicator. So I use it to kind of guide myself, because sometimes you might forget about the ndog, and I don't like keeping ndogs and unwogs on my chart like that, so I like using it. So I was actually seeing this this equal highs, And then what I was expecting from last week was for it to take out these highs and maybe get to the what is it called now, the consequent encroachment of this homework, or at least just tap into it after taking out this and then start selling. And that was what happened yesterday during Asian session, but I later changed my mind because I saw this two equal. Let me take out this. Yeah, because I saw these two equal highs, and so I was actually expecting it to take out these two equal highs today to then sell. And I feel like it's most likely gonna happen because I've been doing this for so long. Like I have one kind instinctive belief that it's gonna happen. It might happen during New York launch or Asian session, you get. But I just feel like it will happen. So once it happens, I would expect it to reverse from here, and then there's one homework around here I would expect it to get to, but I feel like it will displace. Like this time around, it will no longer consolidate like the way it's been consolidating here. I feel like it will just displace completely. But if it does not displace, that's when, and it continue going up, that's when I will know that something has changed. Like I have to work with something else. So yeah, that's it for EU. So I think, yeah, just EU is enough. I would like to show you guys AU, but I don't think for I plan to make the video short. So okay, let me just go and show you. I don't have to do top down analysis. I just have to show you guys what I'm expecting. So what I was expecting was for AU to take out this BSL take out, and then from this homework sell off, and then as you can see, it's already in my target. So I'm not really expecting much, but I would like to see it break here, so that if it breaks here, maybe it breaks this low or displaces this low, and then goes back. It will make more sense. Why? Because if I use my fib, this will be the dealing range, and then as you can see from the dealing range, this is like an OT entry. This is about, I think, around 61% thereabout, and so on. So this is like an OT entry. It will make sense to anticipate that. So yeah, that's just what I'm expecting from AU. Nothing much. So see you guys.
Okay. So like, how do you plan to fund yourself like next year?
So thing is, are we facing this camera or
You can anyhow.
So the thing is actually,
Like guys, first of all, like it's spontaneous. You get, like we're about discussing, and then I remember that I'm supposed to be a day in the life today, so I'm like, why not document it? You get. So as you guys would listen to our conversation, you get how we plan to fund and also trade next year. I believe you guys will learn a lot from it. So yeah, let's get it.
yeah. So this year was one hell of a roller coaster, honestly. But I just thank God for how everything played out, and for next year,
Yeah.
because this year there were so many silly mistakes made this year. Like I developed bad habits, and all those bad habits were really.
Do you know this morning me and Kevin were outside, and Kevin was telling me something. He was like he was telling you to fund and trade since like at least this year rather. I wanted to say last year, like you grew your account and you did that and so on. So I had to tell Kevin that, see, you see how trading works, trading works in a way that once you grow accounts, you might do well, you get, but once you start messing up, especially with your psychology, it will make you look like you are useless, like you've not done anything. So I'm like, I feel like that's one of the things you get happening. It's something you have to fix. It's not about whether you are not skilled anymore. Technically you are skilled, but it's just your mindset that you have to.
So yesterday, Kelvin, as you also saw it now, where this year
Yeah.
I was flipping accounts 9k to 200k and all of all those things.
Yeah.
So back then, there are certain things you would do, wrong things that would bring the right results, but it does not mean it's right. You understand what I'm saying now?
I get.
So like I was doing all those things. It was
You like risk management.
Yeah, risk management wise. And considering the fact that we're from the lower echelons of
You
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that build up of capital is not like we don't have that capital to endeavor in such
Let me charge my PC.
Yeah. To endeavor in such kinds of risks. So back then when I was flipping accounts and stuff, it was going well. Not that it was not going well, but then other areas of my life was not, because I had to even constantly be on the charts. And in as much as that's good, but if you have plans to impact society in other areas as well, those areas will be lacking, because I'm constant 247 on the charts looking for opportunities to flip accounts and all those things. Now, one other negative side effects it had was that when I see a bigger capital, I try to now flip it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, you may not. That's one thing I was telling Kelvin yesterday. He said, I can do it. Why did I stop? I was like, see, that thing made me money, but it made me lose a whole lot of money as well, because as the capital began to grow up, I was now trying to risk more to make more, and then I was losing big, and then I lost quite a large chunk of the money I made from.
Please let me just chip in something, because I think it's in the same direction. You get, like, during that time you were actually flipping accounts. Like I love the idea, because at least it shows that if you can build your skill, you get that nothing is impossible. But one thing I observed was the future. I observed the fact that like later down the line we might come across or get access to bigger capitals, like $1K.
1K is not even big.
10K. All those kind of amounts. And once we get to that level, like that flipping mindset will still be there, because it has been instilled in us. You get so deeply. So I'm like, wow, like if that's how it is, you get, I would rather like just try to go slow. You get, maybe later on I will now. So one of the thing I observed was there was one day we were talking together, like me, you, Joe. I don't think Kevin was around that time. And we were now with Fortune. We were now asking ourselves, I'm like, if you are giving, is it $10K? How much are you going to risk?
Okay, it was Joseph that even said how much. He said
that you were saying you are going to risk 5%. Joe was like, a lie.
Joseph said he was going to risk 10%.
10%.
100K. It was 100K.
Okay, it was 100K.
It was 100K at 100,000 USD. Joseph said he was going to risk 10,000 per trade.
That's a gambling mindset. See, if you just lose one trade.
Yesterday I lost 3 trades and before trades. Some of those trades went well, but they took me out before going well. One thing I was just like, just imagine this kind of stuff. You're risking 10K or 100K, and then you lose 4 trades, 40K.
And you know where you're coming from.
On Monday.
And you know where you're coming from. Like, God.
So after considering all those variables, but I was just like, I just calmed down, settled down to realize that truly for the parts you're going to work in, you have to, I think it's all about how you see your destination. You understand, like your vision actually, because if you want to manage bigger capital and you want to manage people's, you may not want to manage people's funds, but bigger capital in general, I think there's a level of risk management you want to practice. You understand what I'm saying? It's people who do not dream of managing bigger funds that want to be careless about their risk management. But after I thought about all those things yesterday, Kelvin was really, really advising me to go back. I was like, next year I'm doing prop firm majority of the times, because like where the opportunities, prop firm has a
Yeah,
greater
these
chance
days.
of.
True.
I was telling him that I could pass a prop firm in 1 week. I could pass a prop firm in 1
Yeah,
week.
it's
It could be
possible.
even 2 weeks.
It's possible.
But I will pass it, and then the profit I'm going to be making compared to flipping, trying
Seriously.
to flip 9,000 naira to
Yeah.
200,000 naira, the stress it takes to flip it than you risking just $50 and making
Yeah.
just 3R. Like you've made
telling
it
you,
though,
bro.
you understand? But the stress is not there. Like that thing is too
seriously.
stressful.
Serious.
Like there's so much negative side in that side of the coin. So that's just about it for this year. And next year, honestly, I'm just planning to stick to prop firms. Like I want to really put myself inside
Yeah.
prop firms.
Okay, so what you are trying to say now is like that next year you are not really going to like focus on personal funds, investors funds and so on.
No, investors funds I would, because investors funds would still be like prop firms. But that
Yeah,
the
somehow.
investors funds I'm going to be focusing on is bigger capital.
Like
Because
how much?
let's say I'll look for 500 to 1k. 500 to 1k is reasonable.
Yeah.
You understand
True,
what I'm
true.
saying? Because
Dollar.
dollar. Because when people at our level talk about funding personal capital,
Yeah.
it mostly ranges from $10.
Ah,
In fact, many times just $10.
I hate that.
But all from $10 to $100 or even
I
$50. Like
really
how
hate
much
that.
can you make from that amount?
You can't change your life like that.
Exactly. But
That's even one of the things that keeps making us to expose ourselves to unnecessary risk.
Yeah.
Because it's a small capital.
Yeah.
You get you if you really want to follow risk management there, it's going to like slow you down.
Ah.
You can't be risking 1% of $10.
Yeah, exactly. There's no 1% now. You're going to be risking $2, and
Yeah.
like how much can you make in a month?
How much
can you make in a month? And the way we live in Nigeria now, the way things are going, the way the rate at which inflation is increasing,
Yeah.
it's really concerning, and we have to really fight. And you cannot fight the economy with $10.
True. You need a good capital.
If you even if you succeed, you're going to be among the 1% of people that succeed in that kind of way, that kind of method.
Yeah.
Many times, but the problem is people want to create a new path to success, whereas they could just follow the old path people have already created.
Yeah.
They like to feel special. I don't do something special.
I'm exceptional.
Yes. God bless me with.
One thing
different grace.
I just thought of,
What?
like, that changed the whole thing for me. You get, like, I realized that for you, if you want to follow that is let me laugh first. If you want to follow that exceptional path, it will take you years. And one thing with that exceptional path, if it take you, instead of it taking you 3 years, it might take you like 10 years. And if it take you the 10 years, you will still not be exceptional. You will come back to follow the right path, because that's when you will now be sensible. Like, you will now be rational enough to understand that you have to follow the path that people have already paved for us.
People like to feel exceptional. I believe that's the. So when you tell somebody that, guy, this thing is like this, I saw today I was watching a YouTube video. The guy said something could be so in front of you that you don't even see it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That thing where sometimes it happens when we're reading the Bible. You read the Bible. The Bible is literally saying, "Do not steal," but you're trying to look for a rema inside. Do not steal. Like that's it. You understand where? There's more.
And sometimes it could be like this, like you know that like when you hear "do not steal," and then there's one, your conscience starts judging you, and then maybe your conscience is actually judging you because maybe sometimes you would see your mom's money or your dad's, or they will keep something and then you go and carry it, and that might not literally be stealing, but your conscience is telling you that could be stealing. But then you are trying to look for rema to make it look
to justify it,
to make it look like, no, that one is not stealing. The other one that people are doing, that they go and carry money, and then they will ask them, they will be like, no be me. That one is stealing, but you, your own, if they ask you, you say it's you. But the thing is, why didn't you tell?
Because you know that it's going to result in something punishable now.
So yeah, like I'm really loving this conversation because that was why I even went to your house yesterday. Like I really, because yesterday I was feeling so down. Like I was feeling so down. Why I was feeling so down was about this capital issue. And to make the matter was like my mom came home and was like just saying all manners of things, like
Yeah.
reducing my self-worth, like
Yeah.
you get all the stuff. So my mom said most of the times yesterday, like anything she tells me to do for her, like I was kind of rebelling somehow because of how angry I was. And it was later in the evening when I because one of the things I like doing on daily basis is to go to YouTube or read books you get about that will motivate me and at least make me feel like I'm gonna make it tomorrow. You get all the stuff. So I watched this Happy Jeffrey Benson interview they did, I think a year ago. I've watched it before, but I still rewatch it again.
Happy Jeff and Kojo. Now.
No, Happy Jeff Daba in that Daba TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I rewatched it that yesterday because there's a way, but of course I like watching foreigners do interview, but there's a way I still love. I like watching my
Nigerians.
own people because it will make me feel, because I know how the country is right now. But if you listen to foreigners, to get capital is somewhat easy for them to get. So I was hearing the interview and then I was charged up that yesterday. I'm like, wow. Before I did not plan to go out. Like I'm just angry with everybody that I say you get. But after everything, I'm like, wow, like I'm really feeling motivated right now, and I need someone to like talk to because I'm now feeling fired up. So I'm like, I called you, I think 2 times. I believe you saw the missed call. It was later on when I went to your side, and I now realized that you were sleeping and so on. So like concerning that, you get, I feel that's why it's important for us to, this is what mentorship, like this is the significance of mentorship.
Yeah.
Like the proper mentorship, because many people tend to neglect mentorship because of that pride of that ego they have, that they are smart and they are exceptional, like they can just know the thing by themselves, you get, without the help of anyone and so on. And yeah, I really love this conversation. So what do you have to say about, like, for instance, now next year, maybe we get in next year, and then you start trading prop firm, and then the first prop firm did not go well, or the second prop firm, it's good to look at reality.
Yeah, sure.
So like, what do you think, how do you think you'll be able to manage that, for instance, because it's good to look at that too, not just the success part.
Yeah. You see, yesterday, there's this friend of mine that gave me he suggested something we do. So when we did it, I was not like prop firm is better. So we did the prop firm, but we failed the prop firm. The reason why we failed the prop firm was because it was not.
Next time you say there's this guy, because as I say, friend of mine.
Okay. Okay. There's this guy. Yeah, that guy. So we failed the prop firm.
Okay, he wanted you to trade prop firm for him.
It's not like he wanted me to trade it for him. Sorry, excuse us for the stuff going on in the background.
Yeah, something is coming set.
So that my friend, that guy, what happened was he said we should trade life funds, which was about 30K.
Yeah.
But then I like, no, because
30,000
naira.
Yeah.
30,000 naira is not big.
It's not big.
That's about $19 or something.
Serious.
Like that. So like, no. Let's just do and buy prop firm later on. So we bought a prop firm later on, and then I failed the prop firm challenge. The reason why I failed the prop firm challenge was not because I could not pass the prop firm, or my strategy was not good. Yeah. My strategy is good. I have a good win rate, but the psychology, like I'm just trying to get everything psychologically.
Okay, so
right.
So this guy gave you the prop firm when like your psychology is not that.
No, yeah, that's the thing. I was building my psychology.
Yeah.
My psychology is, should I say, it was still in that come up stage. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I thought the psychology was alright, but your psychology may be fine for this particular type of capital.
Yeah.
But when this type of capital come, or when the next phase of challenge come, you have to need a
very good
more developed psychology. You understand what I'm saying? So that was what happened at that period. And even at that period, I was like, I don't want to trade again, because it was after that the recklessness of flipping accounts and all of this. I don't want to do all those things again.
Yeah.
But then I still, let me just try this thing because of money now.
Yeah.
See, if I pass, I'll quick make money.
Serious.
You know, that kind of stuff now.
And seriously, I like, not to stop you, but like, one of the things I observe is that there are many people whose psychological problem is actually based on the fact that, like, they are so excited. They have this excitement, euphoria. You get, that tend to drive them to make the wrong decisions. While of course there are other people that their own psychological issue is the fear of losing. Like they don't like losing. While some other people is when they are winning, like that's when the, like in your own case, I feel like is a winning. You give an example, like if you pass this maybe the first challenge, you mess up the second challenge. The reason is overconfidence, because if you pass the first challenge, you'll be like, or you win the first trade, you'll be like, wow, like let me go all in.
Yeah.
The second
you know, that's one of the bad things that come with having disadvantages, I would say, that come with having a good strategy.
Yeah.
You know, the strategy is good.
Yeah.
It gives you the confidence to want to take trade.
Yeah.
And then you now have a series of wins. That one will wreck you if you don't calm down.
Serious.
So after I did all those things, I now blew up the challenge. But I thank God I still did. There are so many mistakes. Sometimes I even wish I can make more mistakes.
Yeah, to learn
this year, so I can just so that I will just put everything. I'm like, see all the mistakes. I'm not making all these things again. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I feel that way. Even yesterday I was thinking about it, because yesterday was really an eye opener. I never thought I could lose 3 trades in a row.
Wow,
you don't tell me that happened.
Yeah, but you see, wow.
Yeah, I never thought I could lose 3 trades in a row. Even on my Telegram, like I would win.
Yeah.
Last week I had only 1 loss throughout.
See that.
But this week, just yesterday on Monday, 3 losses. I was like, how? See that kind of stuff.
You know, like one thing I observe is like about this thing we are discussing.
Yeah.
You get, like, there are times that you would just because like you feel like your strategy has you already have an edge, and that edge has a very high win rate.
Yeah.
And so like there's a way you will think you'll never lose, and then as a result, like when you lose just 2 trades, like you begin to like start beating yourself up. This is not actually what I wanted to say. Like I was trying to remember,
yeah.
But don't worry, move on.
So yeah, I never thought I would be able to lose that number of trades in a row. And so when I lost that thing, I learned something.
Okay.
You know, before I used to tell you I have a problem with sticking to one strategy because you know a lot of strategies. As you know, I did so many strategies and I did them till I understood them. Yeah. So when I lost all those trades, I was like, one thing I was happy about myself, I was like, because if it were before, I would have switched to the next strategy.
You'd be like, this one does not work.
Not like it does not work. I'll be like, I'll come back to it later. Let me be using this one first, because this thing will make me lose 3 times. Yeah. So yesterday I was fighting the demons to not switch those to my other strategy. I was like, you know SMC strategy. Yeah. But I don't know if you still remember it.
Yeah, I didn't go that deep. I think I still remember it.
Yeah, but me, I remember everything about SMC. Yeah. I remember everything about support and resistance. It's just Falcon that you understand better.
Deep,
yeah. So I was like, should I use SMC? But that was still yesterday. Yeah. And then I was like, God. And thank God I watched something again that said it was somebody's story, Ibi Ansari.
Yeah.
He said he quoted Bruce Lee. That quote.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Bruce Lee said, a man who fears a man who has mastered one kick, who has practiced one kick 1,000 times than 1,000 kick once. Yeah. So I was like, God, this thing just entered my brain again, and thank God that time I had that loss, and I was just the thing in my mindset was just like, Patrick, start using SMC at least, just. But I was like, no.
Yeah, you have to.
With other confluences attached, like the community I have, to start posting
Yeah,
another this thing,
yeah.
another type of
I love the
chat.
fact that you keep yourself accountable.
Yeah, start posting another type of chats. Say, I'm taking them through a, what's it called now, a chronological. Is it chronological? I would say it's systematic approach of learning. I don't know
it's
how to
still
put it. Yeah, you understand what I'm
yeah.
saying? But like it's
Like methodology.
yeah, that's the word. So like for me to now introduce another type of strategy or entry method now, that would be rubbish. It would just
Serious.
scatter their learning process. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I will just keep on at this thing. And I was really happy. Even if I did not make money, but at least I saw this thing and I was like, wow. And then what it pushed me to do was it pushed me to study that Euro USD, why I lost.
Yeah.
I was now saying that really many times it's not really the strategist problem, it's our own personal problem, the psychology, because yesterday was really a lot. I would say we both of us went through our own fair share of challenges, because you were suffering on your own end. Me too. I had my admissions yesterday cancelled.
Yeah, I thought of yesterday I wasn't that online.
Yeah.
I think that's why I didn't worry about it that much. But like I sent you message. I replied to your status, although I asked you a question rather. So like when I came back, like I was expecting that you would tell me that you maybe it didn't go well or something like that, and then you didn't reply. I'm like, I was now like I now immediately think maybe it's the stuff like is making you angry, something like that.
Yeah, you see, yesterday I knew you were going to think about that because yesterday a lot of people sent me messages like, do you know one thing that happened yesterday? When I was coming to work, I posted a positive day ahead. The day was today. Yesterday now.
Okay, it was yesterday.
I posted that. No, I posted yesterday and I posted today again. Okay. I posted a positive day ahead. The day was so negative.
no, that's why it's good to post it now, so that when you start seeing the negativity, you would.
See, if anything happens to me, I'll just go back to that status and just I'm like, Jesus Christ.
every day, when I want to pray, like in the morning before, I'll be like, I'm gonna make today a great day through Christ who strengthens me. But most of the times, it tends to be a very rubbish day. You get all those guys.
See, when that happened, I was like, Jesus, truly, but the way it's really difficult to remain positive.
Serious,
the way negativity was just hitting me, bad news was hitting me left, right, and center. The admission got cancelled. So many things happened yesterday.
Okay, they have already stopped registration.
Yes. So all those things, my back was now paining me. This woman was just quarreling us, like we're at the brink of losing our jobs. I was like, oh more, Jesus Christ. Yesterday, but I did not reply to so many messages.
Yeah, I know now.
I like no.
Yeah, I know.
I need to just go out, just day as I did. But thank God. But I did not before. But people would have known that something bad was happening to me. I was like, God, they disturb me. How they do all those things. But I just, by God's grace, we're alive today and opportunities.
I wanted saying something before, but I forgot. So I just remembered it was about the fact that there's a way like saying like there is a time you just realize that you are in your learning phase, and then your friends, they are in your circle, they are in their performance phase. It doesn't mean like they are actually ahead of you. It just means that they are in their own phase, you get, of performing. If only you would know that all you needed to join the crew, that is to join the guys doing the performing, is proper preparation. You won't be like trying to join them at that time. Like all you just have to do is to like go back and prepare for the match. You get, it's just like, let me put it like this. Let's say you have injury, you like, if we can see it like this, I think it's going to be helpful. Like I'm speaking to my community and audience on YouTube. If we know that if you know you have injury, you get, no matter how you've performed in the past, or you feel like you can perform, there's no how you would force your coach to put you in a match. Your coach won't even put you, because why? You have injury. Hence you. Yeah, so guys, as you can see, I'm home already. Like, I'm in my room right now. So um I I told you guys I would load you guys with chats, and yeah, I didn't really do a lot of chat work that much, because what I was expecting to see in the market, like, I didn't see it that much. Let me turn the camera so that, yeah, I'm actually lying on my bed. Okay, coming. So what I was actually expecting from the market, like, yeah, so like, I didn't like, I just like dark view. I don't know, I just like that dark view. So like, what I was actually expecting from the market, um I didn't get the exact thing I was expecting, so I couldn't like do much analysis like that, you get. So yeah, like, that, yeah, so I had to stand. So like, what I rather had to do was to like, um have a moment with my friend, like, and it is more like an interview, and I believe you guys will enjoy it. But this video, I plan to like make it more of like a documentary. Like, me and my guy, we are trying to document our goals, for like how we plan to like trade for next year, so that at the end of 2025, you get, wood, that is around December this time next year, like, we are going to like go through it again, and by God's grace, I believe we would have achieved most of what we set as goals. So that when we see it, like, that feeling, you get that euphoria, that dopamine, like, you would hit us in a way that at least we'll know that we've achieved something, you get. So that's the main goal of doing this video. Yeah, so yeah, see you guys on my next video. Thanks.